an eyewitness, victim, celebrity, America's sweetheart. That guy shot me. Oh my God. But there was reasonable doubt all over the place.
I don't think Megan Thee Stallion or Tory Lanez should have been nowhere near Kylie Jenner's house getting drunk. That's me. That's never gave up statement. You can write it, book it, and take it. All right, y'all. Now, this is Lawyer for Workers. Now, if y'all remember correctly, when I was covering the Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez trial, Lawyer for Workers was on the scene at the trial, and he heard what Megan Thee Stallion had to say about Tory Lanez driver giving his statement this late in the game, and this is what he had to say about what Megan said today. Make sure you like the video and subscribe.
We will address this. Okay, Tory's driver submitting a statement. Hang on, let me go over here. Tory's driver submitting a statement. Y'all seen what it said. I will say this. I was in court and Tory's driver hit the hallway and the whole courtroom is abuzz like, uh-oh, the driver's here. And I thought to myself, justice soon come. You know, because it was not a good case for the defense. You had girl take the stand, point at the boy, and that was like a real problem. An eyewitness, victim, celebrity, America's sweetheart. That guy shot me. Oh my God. But there was reasonable doubt all over the place. We had the eyewitness, the white guy with the Irish accent saying, oh, they were all fighting each other or beating each other up. And his testimony didn't make any sense, but there's Quan, there's the driver. He was sober. It was probably his gun. He's gonna tell it. And then the decision was made that, the judge said that, hey, you know, we're gonna do that. And then they asked the lawyers and the lawyers say, hey, yeah, we're gonna go. We don't need Quan. He's not gonna testify. Let's keep going. And I thought to myself, what? You're not gonna let Quan, he's not gonna testify? I mean, we got reasonable doubt here, people, but we need to like put it on the stand. All right. And now you see what he would have said.
All right. So here's the whole statement. If y'all want to pause and read it, you know, Quan was the driver. I'm going to go through this for y'all just so y'all can read it for yourselves. If y'all actually want to put the time in and see what he said. Just hit that pause button, and this is the statement, okay? All right, now, I just showed y'all Quan's statement. If y'all didn't pause it and look at it, that's on you. But we're here to talk about reasonable doubt, and here's why I think it was reasonable doubt. It's not because I have any strong belief that Tory did it or he didn't. But I do know Megan was shot. So I'm here to talk to the people who are trying to figure out who shot her. And I'm here to talk to the people who are gun-ho on Megan Thee Stallion's side. And I'm not mad at anybody who believes whoever is innocent and guilty, okay? Because I feel like everybody has, you know, decent points. But this is where really I stand on. I blame Tory and Megan for being in that situation in the first place. Before we talk about reasonable doubt, I don't think Megan Thee Stallion or Tory Lanez should have been nowhere near Kylie Jenner's house getting drunk. That's me. That's never gave up statement. You can write it, book it, and take it. Because Kylie and them, they wasn't nowhere near that courtroom. So that's what I'm going to stand on. But let's talk about reasonable doubt. I want y'all to look at Tory and Meg's trial. And I want y'all to tell me, was their trial as professional as Johnny Depp's trial with Amber Heard? Like, really think about that. You saw how professional their trial was? But Tory and Megan's trial, it was like the nigga Olympics. That's your reasonable doubt. I'm not finished explaining, but you gonna get to what I'm saying. With Megan and Tory's trial, you got people on the stand wilding out. You got people not testifying. They gonna testify. We trying to look for somebody. He in Barbados. It was Quan who went up missing. You ain't see that type of stuff with other people's trials and other celebrities' trials. You didn't see it with Amber Heard's. People was coming. They was speaking, you know, giving their story, giving their statement. It was all cool. Everything was black and white. You knew what was going on. I covered this trial, y'all. I was the second biggest person on YouTube getting the numbers covering this trial. It was Academics, me, and Armand Wiggins. Those were the top 3 niggas getting numbers with this trial. I had every detail in front of me. That trial was a circus. And every day you hearing from different people in the media who was at the trial. You know, I give it up to Armand, Milagro, Lawyer for Workers, people who was on the scene at the trial. But they're all giving you kind of different stories and different opinions. I remember Armand, he was fighting for Meg. Milagro, she was for Tory. Lawyer for Workers, he was in the middle, but it seemed like he was believing, Tory didn't do it. That's why you just heard him talking about reasonable doubt. But I'm also telling you, who was you also hearing from other than media? You kept hearing from lawyers. Everybody lawyer want to talk and give a statement after each day in the case. Don't y'all think these judges enjoyed the fanfare and the popularity of this trial? Why y'all think we got a 4 or 5 day verdict watch? Remember when we was doing verdict watch? The niggas was so invested. I told you it was a nigga Olympics. We was so investment. We was getting hundreds of thousands of views off of verdict watch. Oh, the verdict didn't come in today. And y'all was tuned in. I'm going live on my video. It's 5,000 people watching a premiere. They knew what they was doing. That's your reasonable doubt right there. It's because everybody got a different story or reason that they think Megan was lying or they think Tory didn't do it. That's your reasonable doubt. That's your reasonable doubt. Yes, Tory went down because the goalpost kept getting moved, but eventually it just went closer to Megan's. Honestly, it wasn't closer. It was almost right next to Megan. But the goalpost was getting moved, and every day you was thinking, oh, snap, maybe Tory might get off. But it was just more instances where you was like, ooh, Megan got him there. The lawyers got Tory there. But it was a charade, y'all. No, Tory's team did not give enough evidence to say he was not guilty. Tory should have took the stand. That was a major issue. Because when it was going to the wire, we all knew it, bro. I'm in Twitter Spaces, bro. I'm in Twitter Spaces, and I'm just listening. I wasn't really talking. I could have did interviews during that time. People wanted to talk to me because the numbers was good. I was just covering the case. Not to mention, my grandma was in the hospital who recently passed from cancer. So I'm working and trying to, you know what I'm saying? But she was in the hospital at that time. She passed away after the trial. But she in the hospital. I'm worried about that. But I'm also covering this case from y'all. Hardest working nigga on YouTube. But I didn't even want to talk to people about it, but I was watching everything. And I remember people was kind of saying like, look, I think he gonna get some years and we just hoping that he get maybe 2 or 3 years. That's what we hoping. That's what we praying. And that nigga got 10 and y'all was surprised. But y'all still knew he was going to jail. Which to me, that means, I don't know how me and other people were the only people who saw that. Like, it's cool if you still supporting Tory, but don't be delusional and act like you don't see the writing on the wall. The writing was on the wall, bro. And everybody kept saying, oh, something gonna happen. It's gonna be some stuff that come out and it's gonna help Tory. And it never came out. But even the conversation of that is still leading into what? Reasonable doubt. You don't have a big majority of people all saying the same thing. With this trial, you got 10 people in a line, 5 of them, how about this? You got 4 of them saying Megan was shot by Tory, another 4 saying Tory is innocent, and then it's 2 of them who got some off the wall crazy conspiracy theory about a Rock Nation and all that stuff. And I don't know if it's true or not. But sometimes that Rock Nation conspiracy stuff, it starts to either break apart or come apart when you look at her relationship with Rock Nation now. She not with Rock Nation no more. She with a whole nother label. And that leads me to think that Rock Nation probably knew they was done with her. So I don't know how much help would they have been giving her in a case if they already knew that they were parting ways with her. People said, oh no, it's gonna be some evidence come out. That's why Rock Nation ain't messing with her no more, because the truth gonna come out. What Drake heard, and I kept telling y'all, okay, all these people heard stuff. Why didn't Drake write a letter? And Drake is my favorite artist. I'm just saying, he was talking about Meg in a couple of songs. You ain't write a letter to the court. So the writing was on the wall, but at the same time, nobody had the same story. That's your reasonable doubt. That case and that trial was a charade. That's your reasonable doubt. Everybody was in there trying to get their 5 minutes of fame. That's your reasonable doubt. So when you hear people say that, please don't attack them, because everybody who says reasonable doubt don't mean that they think nothing happened to Meg. You can ask my mama, my daddy, whoever. I never said Megan didn't get shot. I just always said it's some holes in this case, but it was holes on both sides when I look at it. And like I said, you can book this and take it to the bank. For any of y'all celebrities out there, or you get famous, don't have your black ass out in Calabasas or wherever Kylie Jenner live, and you out the Hidden Hills, and you out there getting drunk at these white people house, and you know when the stuff hit the fan, y'all just niggas at the end of the day. And that's what I really blame Tory and Megan for. Y'all shouldn't have been there in the first place, because them people ain't for you. If them was some, if they was at my house, at my pool, and I saw stuff was going left, we would have had a talk. And they would have went home in separate cars. But Kylie, you know, and I'm not even really blaming Kylie for this, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, it was y'all versus them. So whatever happened after y'all left their house, they don't care. They wash their hands of it. But that's why sometimes you need to be in places where it's like Cheers. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Don't. And they always glad you came. Always glad you came. Not when you start smoking and you drinking and y'all drunk. Now we mad you coming. We gonna kick you out. Well, some of us, we know. Your friend get a little too lit. Hey, bro, you might not even be my best friend, but you can crash on the couch. Y'all wasn't gonna get that out there in the Hidden Hills. And to me, that's a big part of this situation. Y'all shouldn't have been there around people who don't give a damn about y'all. And it was a lot of people. No disrespect to the stylist, no disrespect to Kelsey. It's a lot of people who in that situation for themselves, not for the benefit or well-being of Tory and Megan Thee Stallion. And that's why you see Megan cut off everybody after this trial. Megan cut off all her friends after this trial. Is it a fact or is it fiction? Next, make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Peace.